Good day, family. Abasi here with Seeds Growing Family, Strictly Vegan Soulful Foods, Fifth Element God Apparel, Fifth Element Entertainment, Brothers Online, and a number of other endeavors. So, I want to discuss today basically how we got here right now. Today is I'm working on my completing my third year out of prison this year. Yeah. And man, actually, working on my fourth year out of prison. No violations, no more rearrests, no new cases. Just all elevation, as you can see. So, how do you come from prison, nothing, far as like no real resources to build on outside of your intellectual property that you have and you possess forever, and investments through people that believe in you, and you work continuously towards your goal. How is that? How do you stay focused on that? Wow, a lot of dedication, a lot of persistence, and building habitual thoughts that lead into your actions daily, that build into your lifestyle. Your lifestyle has to be one that is geared towards your ultimate goals of how you want to exist and how you desire to exist in the future. Conditions of living, rather. And you have to unplug anything that's extraneous or anyone that's extraneous that's not working towards those goals or that inhibits you to working towards those goals. We can take big steps in a little bit of time. It's just having practical steps to take, actually, that we all know of, that we supposed to know of. I feel like independence and starting your own business is the number one step in becoming self-sustained in general. The lifestyle, the health lifestyle, all that plays a part into that. The way that you think all plays a part into your everyday. And we came from prison to a lot of trauma, a lot of tragic stuff, man. Shot 5 times, also homeless at times, misplaced, nowhere to stay at, just no steady income at times. A lot, man, and staying focused on still seeing that you got a greater picture because you want to do the right thing and show your people something that they ain't seen or haven't experienced in their immediate history, or even related to somebody that's doing something like this. So I feel like the only way for me, a person that doesn't want to or didn't want to keep repeating the same thing, is to actually do what you have to do. My son told me best, he's just doing what he's supposed to do at times. I tried to give him an accolade about how great he's doing, how he's staying out of trouble and everything, and how he's not repeating the cycle of his grandfather and myself and his older brother. And he said, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's just as simple as that, even though it can be difficult for some to break out of the habitual mentality of not being productive in the sense that it is productive economically or academically, and it's just something that can be taken away from you at any time if you lose it, if you're arrested or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're back at square one, yet gaining the information, which is intellectual property first, and actually working towards and sacrificing what you feel is sacrificing from the instant gratification mentality that so many of us have, is that once we get into the instant gratification mentality, we don't have the time or the patience or the delayed reaction of gratification in the things that we seek out to do. By us not having that, it's like you're always going to be at square one if you're not just taking leaps and bounds in how you think you're supposed to be moving. So putting the work in and dedication, you know what I'm saying, is key. And then you're going to build up enough energy and momentum that will help you carry forth in those moments that you feel discouraged, those moments you feel insecure or inadequate in the business aspect as well as maybe in areas of your life. Yet having that experience and having gone through those hard times and still maintain, or the times you do, it's all in perception. What you perceive may be hard, may not be hard for all. Yet what you perceive for self is difficult, and by you building a callus in your mind of, I can do this, I'm getting through it. Oh, it's not forever, it's temporary. It's gonna help you sustain you, allow in your journey. Being a business owner myself, I've come across a lot of that, a lot of times where I felt discouraged. I felt that no more sales were gonna come, or it wasn't moving fast enough, or things of that nature that can be discouraging, or something is not happening on time, or you're on somebody else's time and they're not moving as fast enough for you, or all type of things that you feel the best thing to do is to find the avenue that will be advantageous for your goals. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot that we can do with what we're doing right now. Podcast, man. I just want to be able to get out here and speak towards a lot of the things that a lot of the brothers be having questions about just life in general, about how to start your diet or you switch it from one diet to another diet. It all starts mentally. That's the first thing. You have to actually identify who you are, how you function, and what formula works for you. The formula that we have may not work for you, but the formula we have is pretty universal to all humans. Or just repetitious thought. It's repetitious thought and controlling your thoughts to be on a single process, the beginning of a process to get to the next step. You have to continuously complete the first stage first. And the first stage is controlling your thoughts to think about something or to create thoughts or a process that is advantageous to what you're seeking to do. Then you build a habit of that, and then that becomes your lifestyle. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right. So this is how it happened for me. This is what I did. You know what I'm saying? To start what I'm doing and to keep going where I'm going. I just first I inform my subconscious mind on the things that I desire to do through repetitious thought, by habitually vocalizing or writing down what I desired, and made that just a part of my everyday, made that a part of my life, to where I would think about it and speak about it, and I'm always acting on it until you've achieved it, whatever it may be. What I was on about building wealth for my family, that's what my repetitious thoughts are formed of. It's maintaining health and repetitious thought. And we have our little guy here, who's a product of that. I know. So, as you can see, I'm going to shut this episode down.